Question for Dr. Kurtz. Why is rape wrong?
Rape is wrong because it violates the conscience of human beings. According to Dr. Craig, if God didn't exist, rape would be wrong. This is moral insensitivity on your part. You learn by living together that sexual coercion has bad consequences. It's a heinous crime. It is contrary virtually every civilized society has condemned rape. And it did not condemn rape because God says that rape is wrong. Rape would be wrong whether or not God said that it was wrong. The good is good not because God dictates it, but because the developed moral conscience of a human being finds it so. Is morality objective? Yes. Is it relative to human interests and needs? Yes. It is objectively relative. But relative does not mean subjective. It does not mean caprice. It is not a question of taste. There are objective principles and values that we work out and test in human experience, and they are objective. And you can criticize them, and you can show why this is so. So it seems to me that you can make a rational case, and you can appeal to moral empathy and moral value to show that the effort to rape another person is a violation of what that person is. A basic humanist principle is that every human being is precious, is equal in dignity and value. And that is the whole basis of our democratic society. Theism did not defend democracy until the humanistic and democratic revolutions of the 17th, 18th, and 19th centuries. And so the basic principles of humanism are fundamental. And this is over and beyond atheism.
Well, objectively relative sounds like a paradigm example of an oxymoron to me. Of course, if you think that human beings are intrinsically valuable, then you can talk about things that promote the flourishing of human beings. But why privilege human beings on an atheistic worldview? The psychological appeal of humanism is that we all do sense that human beings are valuable. But I agree with that, of course. But the issue is, why are they valuable on an atheistic view when atheism reduces them to relatively advanced primates? On an atheistic view, there is no reason to think that rape among Homo sapiens is more wrong than rape that takes place among sharks or other animals. He says it violates the conscience of human beings. But what's the matter with that on atheism? You see, on atheism, we're just animals. And so I can't see any reason to think that we have on atheism these sorts of obligations and duties. Humanism has largely got the right ethics. We're not disputing the ethics. What we're disputing is the ontological foundation, and those are Dr. Kurtz's own words from his book, Forbidden Fruit. He does know what they mean because he thinks that you can found them in human beings without God. God is central to the debate tonight because the topic is goodness without God is good enough. And my claim is that Dr. Kurtz has not shown that there would even be goodness without God. He's got to show us that if God does not exist, nihilism would not be true. And he's never borne that burden of proof. I invite him to show it to us. Show us that nihilism would be false in the absence of God. I'm waiting to hear the argument.